Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Archie Chaisson. I'm the parish president here in Lafourche Parish, Louisiana. About 10:15 this morning, we were notified of a potential helicopter crash in the Grand Bayou Pontchartrain Reserve area of Lafourche Parish. In coordination with Fire District 3, Chief Devin Didon, Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office, Captain John Champagne, Captain Brendan Mathern, along with several other agencies, we launched a search and rescue mission to try to figure out if we could locate the aircraft. Through a number of aircraft pings, we were able to kind of detail the location down with the help of the U.S. Coast Guard, who had a bird in the air. We were finally able, about 2:45 this afternoon, to locate the wreckage of the helicopter. It appears at this time that there are no survivors. The majority of the helicopter is submerged in the marsh just off of the Pontchartrain Reserve. We are actively working with RSC, who is the owner of the helicopter, as well as the FAA and the NTSB, who are on their way to this location to start to recover the wreckage and see if we can find any of the presumed deceased. There was a pilot and one passenger on board. Those next of kin notifications are happening at this time, so we are not ready to release any names, and we will allow the company to do that. I don't anticipate that happening probably until tomorrow, if not late tonight, but I would anticipate that happening sometime in the morning when the company is ready to publish that information. We anticipate waiting for the NTSB tonight, along with the FAA, to figure out exactly what their plan is going to be to get the wreckage out. If any of us can support that effort, whether it's Lafourche Parish Government, the Sheriff's Office, Fire District 3, or any of the other responding agencies, we will be standing ready to assist them throughout the night and in the event tomorrow if we are needed. I just ask all of us to join in prayer for the family members of the pilot and the crew. It's going to be a tough night for them as they realize the loss of a loved one. It's never easy to make those calls, and our prayers are with the family as they start their grieving process. It appears that the aircraft nosedived and then basically sunk into the mud, so there's very little of the aircraft above the waterline. You can tell where some of the floats on the side of the helicopter, as well as the tail rudder, is sticking up out of the mud, but other than that, everything else is non-visible. There's a small debris field about 150 yards away, which appears to be some of the fuselage and maybe part of the rotor, so that will all be part of the NTSB's investigation to collect all of that and ultimately figure out what exactly happened.
Archie, the bodies of the pilot and the passenger are in?
We are assuming that they are under the waterline because nothing else is visible above it. The helicopter with the U.S. Coast Guard did make several rounds and several passes to see if there was anything in the surrounding area, and to this point nothing has been found.
Did the company or anybody report there were any sort of distress call, any mayday calls from the crew?
No, the only thing we have is an eyewitness account that saw the aircraft lose altitude and then they saw a big splash of mud. So that's when we kind of narrowed down where that location was, but there was no kind of beacon or anything that went off. Eventually the signal was lost, and we used that last location to kind of help find it. Thanks, guys.